Spoke with the U.S. Space Force's Chief of Space Operations, General Chance Saltzman, in his first broadcast interview since becoming the three-year-old service's leader last fall. As space rapidly commercializes and a heightened geopolitical backdrop means more threats extending beyond Earth, he told me we have entered a new era of space activity.
The threats that we face to our on-orbit capabilities from our strategic competitors has grown substantially. The congestion we're seeing in space with tracked objects and the number of satellite payloads and just the launches themselves have gone at an exponential rate. And so I think we're in such a new era of space that I wanted to make sure that we were thinking about our processes and procedures differently, and that old processes wouldn't be as successful as new processes, and we've got to start innovating.
One of the things that gets talked about is this idea of space resilience. What does that mean from a satellite constellation perspective? And I think just as importantly, what does it mean from a future launch perspective? Since I know you're looking to potentially bring more companies on with their future rockets as well.
Absolutely. The key to resiliency, one of the keys to resiliency that we're able to take advantage of are two factors. One, the lowering cost of launch. And this is the innovation in the industry, again, that's allowing the per pound to orbit. Those costs are coming way down, so we can conduct more launches for less money. Each of those launches is actually launching more satellites because the technology associated is shrinking. We're able to put smaller satellites on orbit. This allows us to have much larger constellations that are refreshed on a much more quick timeline. So we used to launch a satellite and think 10 to 12 years before we can replace it. Now we're thinking more in terms of 3 to 5 years to replace it.
What are some of the real-time threats?
Well, they come in two forms, both physical threats as well as what I'll call interference threats. You might call it jamming, for lack of a better term. But we're seeing both China and Russia have demonstrated physical attacks with those anti-satellite missiles that they've launched against their own satellites. We're also seeing traditional jammers of satellite communications, of the GPS constellation. We're seeing lasers, both on orbit and on the ground. Things like dazzlers that interfere with a camera on orbit from collecting imagery of the ground. We're seeing satellites on orbit that actually can grab another satellite, grapple with it, and pull it out of its operational orbit. These are all capabilities they are demonstrating on orbit today. And so the mix of these weapons and the pace with which they've been developed is very concerning.
Are we developing these capabilities too, or just deterrence possibilities against them?
Well, my first goal is to deter a conflict from extending into space. And so by being more resilient, by training my operators to the tactics that allow our missions to continue, I think we can create a deterrent effect which prevents a war from extending into space. But my job is to think about all kinds of contingencies and be ready to provide the president with full spectrum options should deterrence fail.
Well, to help accomplish all of this, the Space Force is requesting $30 billion for its fiscal 2024 budget. That's a 15% jump from this year's enacted level. It's still a very small fraction of the broader defense budget, but an area that is fast growing. And this week, that was very much in focus at the Space Symposium, as well as in Lockheed Martin's earnings, which beat in part thanks to that company's space segment. So follow and listen to my podcast, Manifest Space, wherever you get your podcasts, because this is just one slice of my conversation with General Saltzman this week. John, we cover the gamut in this podcast. There's also an article up online as well.
So who makes money from spending on space defense, aside from Lockheed, and is the mix different from what it's been in the past?
Yes and yes. So you see the more traditional defense contractors, aerospace and defense contractors, like a Lockheed Martin or like a Northrop Grumman or some of these other names, that benefit from the increased dollars that are flowing into space investment from the different areas of the government. But you are increasingly seeing these new space companies and these new commercial space players benefit as well. Case in point, and what was referenced in some of that tape right there, the National Security Space Launch Phase 3. So this is a new competition that is afoot. It's expected to run into the billions of dollars, and that is to bring on more launch capabilities from more rocket makers. And Rocket Lab, Relativity Space, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, these are some of the types of companies that could potentially be going out to bid for some of that future launch contract work. So it's really a mix. The Space Force is seeing this as an opportunity to essentially leverage and augment its capabilities and its ability to secure space with some of these private sector players.
All right. I know we'll be looking for those investment opportunities as you help us to understand the space better.